we would love to see you on Sunday morning. But Carrie, it's just around the corner.
Yes, it is.
You lose your summer recess.
Yes.
I'm sure you were still busy over summer.
Well, teachers have been in the building a lot this week and last week getting ready. So we're
okay.
Yeah.
So about 2 weeks is typically for getting ready for a thing?
Yeah. Okay. Try to stretch summer out as long as you can, but
I get that.
You get to the point where it's more stressful to not go in than it is to go in and get ready. So
I could definitely believe that.
Yeah.
So what are some of the biggest challenges you see when the school year starts up again?
Honestly, the biggest challenge is just getting back into a routine for teachers and students, building that stamina. Our school day is long, so we are in the classroom from 8:10 until 3:10, and it's a long day. And when you think about it, our kids they're little. I mean, we have 5, 6, 7-year-olds, and so at the beginning of the year, around 1:00 we start to fade a little bit. So just getting back into the swing of things and building that stamina. And then we have some kids where the transition back to school is hard because they've enjoyed being at home with their families over the summer. So it's not that they don't like school or they're scared of school, but just being away from their families is challenging for them.
Because it's second grade for you, right?
First grade.
First grade.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
But it's 5, 6, and 7?
No, I just meant like the kids coming to school. You forget how little they are because we have such high expectations for them. And then when you stop and you think about it, it's like they're just little kids still, So even my first graders, I mean, 6 and 7, and it's always the pajama days where they come in their pajamas, and I'm like, oh, they really are little, like they look so cute in their jammies. So.
We do that for our Christmas Eve service too. We invite people to come in their pajamas.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
Yeah. So how does your faith help you deal with some of those challenges?
So I just think a lot about Jesus and how he teaches us to guide children with kindness and model behaviors that are godly, to nurture and care for. And so I really try to cultivate that in my classroom. Especially on the hard days,
Amen.
But
I could see that.
Yeah. But just to be loving and kind and have my kids feel safe, that's my biggest goal.
A good image I think of is when they were bringing the children to Jesus and the disciples tried to discourage that. And Jesus says, no, I want the children because he cares for each of them.
Yep.
And of course, you're a reflection of that as you minister to them in the classroom. And I know there's various challenges that you probably have in a classroom, and yeah, so I think that's really awesome what you do. So how would you say is the best way we could pray for the teachers and the students? And I recognize that especially if you have a new child moving in, now first grade, I guess maybe not quite as much.
A few, yeah.
But
I mean,
if
we have
it's their first time and they're just meeting people for the first time, what's some of the difficulties they have in acclimating to the school?
Yeah, so definitely building relationships. So building relationships with their peers and other students, with their teachers, that other students will be accepting and include them. So that's a challenge, but it usually goes very well. So our kids are very welcoming. And resilient, and so there's always someone that will, welcome somebody new in. So
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. And obviously we always encourage you to pray for the church, but I do encourage you to pray for the teachers and the kids, because especially starting off the school year, and that's when they're could be best influenced, and a lot of things later in life actually happen early in life. And so I greatly appreciate you and all teachers. That I know discipline is one of those things that is hit and miss in schools, and how I want to be careful. I don't want to get myself in trouble. I know hands are a little tied.
Yeah. Yes.
So
yeah.
So just kudos to you and all of our teachers. We appreciate you. We appreciate what you do. So as always, you got the link earlier today with the list of the church prayer list. I encourage you, as we cut off here, I encourage you to take some time, pray over the church prayer list. Pray for the church. Pray for our students and the teachers as they get ready to go back to school. Uh, Pray for other needs. This is a dedicated time for prayer. Take advantage of it.